Hi, my name is Abby, and for my new skill project, I learned how to French braid hair. And my goal was to be able to braid someone's hair into two French braids, like pigtails kind of. And I would classify French braiding as a serial skill because it's completed in a series of steps, moving each strand in a specific pattern. But one could argue that it's a discrete skill because you have a very clear beginning and end point with a single specific product, which I could get on board with as well. So either way, my younger sister is a wizard at all things hair. She can do anything, any hairstyle. And a few years ago, she just finally got tired of me asking her to braid my hair, and so she just refused, which then forced me to learn myself how to braid my own hair. And so now, as a proficient braider of my own hair, I decided this would be a great opportunity to learn how to braid other people's hair. Because when my friends would randomly ask me to braid their hair, I just could not seem to get the hang of it. Going from like visualizing this orientation to like then flipping it and doing it backwards on someone's hair that was right in front of me, I just couldn't master it. I'm directionally challenged, so I think that affected it. But with experience on myself and then watching my sister braid her friends and my other sister's hair, I knew the steps and mechanics of French braiding, but where my skills were lacking was the speed and efficiency and like the attractive product part. So the way I approached learning was that every time my best friend Hannah and I were together, I braided her hair into two braids. And I've organized the photos of that where you can see clear progress in my ability, which you can watch now. This is a fast motion video of me braiding Hannah's hair after I felt pretty confident in the mechanics of it. And yes, this is Halloween, which is why I'm wearing that Hermione Granger outfit. In addition to Hannah, I took advantage of my RA role and roped a few of my residents into letting me braid their hair as well. And now, after a month of extensive practice, I feel confident in producing a well-braided hairstyle in a reasonable time frame. After getting past the spatial orientation of the hand positioning, the most difficult part for me was making the braids secure. After the first 5 tries, I was still battling having a bunch of loose hair at the base of the neck, just clumps of hair, which you might have noticed in the string of Hannah's photos, those beginning pictures. It might be tight up here, but then it got real loose at the bottom. I couldn't seem to get the hang of it until Hannah was like, "Abby, you're not gonna hurt me, pull harder." And so I did. I learned that if I tightened the braid after each strand transfer, then the braid was secure and held for longer. This solved that loose hair problem I kept running into and improved the appearance of the braid significantly, which if you watch those photos again, you'll notice it looks much better. And then like we talked about in class, Fitt's law of motor learning and Bernstein's law of motor learning, those were both applied here as well. So in agreement with Fitt's law, if I increased speed of my hair braiding, my accuracy plummeted. So if I tried to go as fast as I could, the braid just looked really sloppy and just simply fell apart. I was able to shave off 3 minutes though, which just goes to show that a performer can decrease speed. Decrease time, and maintain accuracy. There is that threshold though. And then with Bernstein's law, he talks about how when a performer begins to learn a new skill, they tend to eliminate external variables or degrees of freedom. That way you can learn in a controlled setting and then gradually relax on that when you feel more confident and more comfortable with the skill. And then I applied this with two different things. First, I only braided Hannah's hair. So I was super comfortable just with her hair. And when I got confident in that and was solid on the mechanics, I introduced a bunch of other girls' hair with different textures and styles and cuts and things like that, and thicknesses. And anyway, and then also, if you saw the fast motion video, I was doing that talking to people. It was busy. It was at a Halloween party. And so in that very beginning, I only braided Hannah's hair in my room or in her room in silence, and then was able to do it with a lot of external stimulation and variables.